Should you offer a mid-stay cleaning for vacation rentals, short-term rentals, Airbnbs, for somebody that stays longer than 3 or 4 days? Should you offer a mid-stay cleaning? Great question, and we're going to talk about that today. Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, this show is brought to us by a new Facebook group that we started a couple weeks ago for Airbnb cleaners. This is for hosts or super hosts that do all their own cleaning, or for managers that manage properties that are in charge of the cleaning, or professional organizers that are in charge of the cleaning for turnover service. So if you're not a member, come on down to the show notes, and I've got a link where you can come join our closed Facebook group so that we can find out all the ins and outs of the short-term rental space and how we best maximize the cleaning for that. All right, on to today's show, which is from a host who wants to know, should I be offering mid-stay cleaning for guests that stay longer than a couple of days? That's a great question. And so we asked several people in our group, and we asked people in several different groups and Airbnb groups what their rule of thumb was. And here's what we came up with. We decided that for the most part, because you're hiring a cleaner to come in and you're charging the guest a cleaning fee, that instead of charging the guest a double cleaning fee, that you would make it available. So you could say, hey, you're staying for 2 weeks. At week 1, we do require a cleaning, and that you will be charged for. Or if it's only, let's say, a week, and they want somebody to come in midweek, they could pay for that extra cleaning. So instead of just letting the place kind of like build up for a couple of weeks, and then you have your house cleaner come and try to renovate everything and do a big deep clean, what you do is you would require it at week 1. Or if it was only 5 days, 3 days, 5 days, whatever, and they wanted somebody extra, then they would pay. So what happens is you say, okay, this is a self-service cottage. We are not providing a maid service or a laundry service. You are responsible for your own cooking and your own cleaning and your own laundry while you're here. We have provided some stuff for you. There are cleaning supplies, there's a vacuum, there's some laundry soap, there's some stuff to get you started. And then if you want to stay longer, a couple weeks or whatever, you can go buy your own supplies, but there's plenty of stuff to make it like your home. And then treat this home like it is your home. And if you normally clean up after yourself every day, do the same here so that you have a tidy place to stay while you're here. So it's a great way to inspire your guests, make yourself at home, but at the same time, we have a series of things that are available for you. And then you may say at week 1, we will come in and we will bring you a whole new set of bed sheets, and we will replace the towels and all of those things. Now, you may have extra towels and extra bedding that you leave stored at the place anyway, so that if for some reason there's an accident or they spill food on the bed or whatever, even though we say don't eat in the rooms, even if they spill food on the beds or something, that they can change out the bedding before that week is up. Then when the week is up and the cleaner comes to renovate and reset the place, that what happens is they can take the laundry away or the bedding away, and they can wash that and then bring it back after that guest has already left. So there are a couple different ways that you can do it. There are people that will say, well, I make it available. So if they're going to stay there for a week or 2 weeks and they want laundry service, there's a washing machine and dryer on site, and there's laundry soap, and they can do their own laundry, or they can pay for a laundry service that we have that's a third party. So just like you would order a pizza out, you would order laundry service out, and the laundry service would come to your house and they would pick up the clothes, then they would go wash the clothes and bring them back to the guest. That is completely between the laundry service and the guest. The host does not get involved. And so the guest would then make their own arrangements and they would pay them directly and all of those things. But it is available in your house manual that you would have with listing of, all the different places that are in town and the special events that are going on. You would also have a list of places like the cleaner, and then also the maid service, the phone number, in case there is an emergency and they want to pay extra and have the maid come in and service the property while they're there. There are people, believe it or not, who go to hotels and they love the daily service of having the beds turned down and all these things. And so you may have a relationship with somebody in town that's willing to do that. And even if as a host you don't provide that, here's the phone number to call somebody if you want them to come in and freshen up your towels and change the linens and all these things on a day-to-day basis. With the host normally has a house cleaner, or the host does it themselves, between guests. And so if you have a guest that has a long-term stay that's going to be longer than a couple of days, even if it's a month or 2 months, then what you may do is you may do the request. We request once a week that the house cleaning service come in and reset everything, or we will come in and we will reset everything once a week. And that you do charge for. There's a fee for that, but it keeps your place in a maintenance mode. And then also the guests like that because they're like, oh, hey, this is the day that the maid is going to come. So we'll go out and we'll go shopping or do whatever we do. And we will let them come and clean up and tidy up and take all the trash out. It is very important, no matter what you decide, that you do let your guests know where the outside trash bins are. So if you have dumpsters outside, let them know, hey, here are extra garbage bags. And at the end of every day, will you please just make sure the trash is left out in the dumpsters so that it doesn't incur bugs and pests and rodents and all those other things that as hosts, it's so frustrating to try to manage and maintain because there's lots of food and crumbs and stuff left everywhere by guests that don't clean up after themselves. So because it is such an issue, please take your trash out at the end of the day. And that's fair. That's a fair rule that most people have in their house rules. So do you offer a midterm stay or a midterm cleaning? It is entirely up to you. If you decide you want to do it, have it in your house rules so that everybody knows what it is up front. You don't want the maid to come in or the house cleaner to come in at the end of the first week, only to find that the place is locked up and she doesn't have access to get in because the guests were not expecting her and they're going to be there for a couple of weeks. So you just need to make sure that everyone is playing off the same page. But should you offer it at what week 1? Yes, absolutely week 1 so that you can keep everything in maintenance order. And it can be optional day 3, day 5, day 10. There are people that will mandate that all the linens are changed at least once a week. That's just for sanitary reasons. And if you need more bath towels, for example, those would be extra towels would be available on site. So a maid is not coming in every day if you do not provide maid service. So that's kind of how that works. Anyway, so that's my 2 cents for today. I would love to hear your feedback. If you are a host or a super host and you have a different method or a different philosophy for this, please leave links in the show notes, either to your property, share with us what you do, give us your tips, give us your best ideas. We are always looking for new ideas and suggestions to help each other out. All right, until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.